All right. Yo, yo, yo. What is good, everybody? It is your boy, Lincoln Clay, the godfather of gaming, the ageless wonder, coming at you on a Saturday morning. What is good, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. You know how we're going to start this thing off. You know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the bell icon. The rest will take care of itself. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Tactical Napper. What is up? How you doing this morning? So, just got out of work, came home. My son had already jumped on the PC. So, um, truth be told, I have not played the PC yet because my son hogged it. But I have been watching him, and um, I can give my thoughts on PC gaming based on what I'm seeing him do. Uh, you know, before before I go any further, I absolutely forgot to mention this. I was supposed to do this yesterday or maybe even Thursday. I want to give a shout out to Q. He's a viewer that checks out the Roundtable podcast and checks out, a few of our podcasts. He's in the battle of his life right now. He's battling cancer, and he's fighting for his life right now. But he definitely commented on the Roundtable podcast and said, he's good with his situation, but he definitely gets enjoyment from watching the Roundtable podcast, so it makes his days a little bit brighter. So I told him I'd give him a shout out on my next podcast, which I forgot to do that yesterday. So my apologies. I want to give a big shout out to Q. When you see him, you see him in the comment section, holler at him, give him some good, give him some uplifting words, keep the fight, brother. Keep it up, keep fighting. We all here for you. We all praying for you. So with that being said, want to get into this PC thing. And, as I was saying, when I got home, my son was playing it. He's been hogging the whole PC up since I got home. Well, since we brought the thing home yesterday, he hasn't even taken his Xbox One X out of the bag. He's already said it. He likes the gaming PC much, much better than the Xbox One X. And I'll say this, because I'm getting ready to go pick up an Oculus Vive here in a couple hours. I already have the PlayStation VR. I got a PlayStation Pro. I got an Xbox One S. My son has an Xbox One X, and he also has a Switch. So now that we got the gaming PC, my gaming experience is complete. So I can go in any direction I want and play something, and get some kind of enjoyment. Because, as far as the VR goes, I'm feeling like, I want to say that the PlayStation VR, as of right now, I want to feel like that it'll probably still be my go-to VR. With games like Firewall and Astrobot, Farpoint, and Blood and Truth is coming up. Those are games that, in any first-person shooter that utilizes the aim controller. So the fact of the matter is, I don't know if Oculus and Vive have some kind of peripheral similar to the aim controller, but if they don't, they should get one. Because I would probably say right now, that's probably the one thing that makes the PlayStation VR a better experience than, Oculus or Vive, is they, the peripheral with the aim controller makes the first person shooter games so immersive and so much fun. But, again, I want to have my bases covered there too. I wanted to get the Vive, but my apartment is so small that I wouldn't be able to utilize it fully, because I wouldn't really have any room to move around. Tactical, you said I game on PC as well as PS4, but I'll stick with PSVR. It's very, very solid experience that I'm quite happy with. Hey, I agree. I think that the PSVR is still going to be my go-to VR. But no question, when the PS5 comes out and we go into the next generation, there's no question that the PSVR 2 is definitely going to be my go-to VR. But getting the Oculus, I think that my VR experience will be covered too, because I know Oculus has exclusives that the PSVR doesn't have. One of them, I think, is that Marvel. I don't know if it's Marvel Alliance or whatever it is. It's a Marvel game in VR, and I'm picking that up. If I pick up Oculus today, I'm definitely going to get that Marvel game in VR because I absolutely want to play that game. And I'll probably, even though I already have Beat Saber on the PSVR, I'll probably get Beat Saber for Oculus as well, for the simple fact that I'll be able to import my own music, and have and branch out, and then as far as streaming from this gaming PC, at some point, yes, I will get a capture card. It could take a week or two before I get a. Did you see Jack Powell? Did you see the Crackdown 3 Metacritic? I am not surprised by those numbers. As a matter of fact, Jack, you said Oculus looks very nice, tempting, tactical. Yeah, without a doubt. Top Dog, what is up? Robo Recall is fun. Actually, I think Robo Recall is one of the games that I think I tried that game. I sampled that game last week at Best Buy because there was an attendant on. There was a Oculus agent on hand that was doing demos with Oculus, and I think Robo Recall. I think that was one of the games that I tried. But no question, at the top of my list as far as Oculus games go, that Marvel game is at the top of my list. No question about it. But to get back to Jack Powell and talk about that Crackdown 3 Metacritic score. Last week when I was on J Tech's podcast, he was going, he asked the panel, what do you think that the Crackdown is going to get? And I said that I think Crackdown was going to get a 60. I felt like that the game should have got a 50, but I think I think the media didn't want a situation where it looked like they were just beating the shit out of Crackdown. So I think that they were going to get a score of a 60 kind of out of sympathy. I even thought that the score could go as high as 65, but it wouldn't, just out of sympathy. Jack Powell, you're going to get a PSVR next week. What games do you get? What games? If you like first-person shooters, Firewall is a must. But I also have to warn you that if you want the full-blown experience of Firewall, you need to get the aim controller as well. Looks like a black plastic, piece of plastic, shaped like a gun. But once you put that VR headset on, it is a gun in your hand. Without a doubt, if you like first-person shooter games, you gotta get Firewall. If you like platformer games, I would recommend Astrobot. If you like rhythm games, I would recommend Beat Saber. If you want to box and burn some calories while you're at it, Creed is a great game. I absolutely love Creed. I've done some Creed streams. In fact, my Creed stream from Monday did pretty damn good. Over 270 views. A lot of people love the trash talking. And Beat Saber, Beat Saber is another good game. If you like, if you want a good workout, burn some calories. So I would probably say, Jamal Adams, what is up? What is going on? I would probably say, yeah, Moss is a good one too, Spartan God. Yes, Moss is a good one. But my God, it's so many games at the PlayStation Store for VR. It's like over 200 games there. But I would probably say for the PlayStation VR, I would say clearly Firewall is at the top of the list for me. I would go as far as to say that if I would have had Oculus first, and then I would have discovered Firewall, I would have bought a PSVR just for Firewall. That's just how much I like Firewall. That's how much of a good game I think it is. So, you done playing Counter-Strike? How far along is that Gears of War download? Well, still got 33 gigs to go.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Yeah, we're looking at this at what the internet we have. We're probably still looking at about another 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
Am I getting Days Gone jackpot? Without a doubt, that is definitely a day one purchase for me. In fact, I'm looking forward to Days Gone more than I'm looking forward to Death Stranding. I think it's going to be a great story. The game looks good. I like what they've done with those, not just with the zombies, even though they say those are not zombies. I absolutely love that part. And it's not just zombies that you're dealing with either. You're dealing with contaminated animals too. That big ass bear that was like foaming at the mouth, covered up in barbed wire and shit like that. The wolves that came after him. And then the horde mode on that game looks like a lot of fun. So I mean, my gaming experience is complete now that I have a gaming PC. Wipeout VR, Battlezone VR are very good PSVR games also too. I would agree with that, Top Dog. Mr. Harris, what is up? You would you like to join me? Talk some PC gaming talk, now that I got my PC cherry popped. If you'd like to, I'll send you the coordinates. The flight pattern to approach Wakanda. Sectors 21 is pretty much reserved for you. But Top Dog, I got how much was my gaming PC, Jack Powell? My PC was 1,300. I called it. It was $100 off. Which doesn't sound like much, but hell, $100 off. I hear $100 can go quite a ways at the Steam. At the Steam store. I hear $100 can go pretty far. Ice Queen Gaming, how are you? I'm gaming now on a PC, Assassin's Creed. All right, cool. Spartan God, you said the Triple J dude is triggered. You blocked him for talking about Mayweather. So would you unblock him? He's in his feelings. And him coming at you is not a wise decision. The thing about that is that what he did was exactly why I don't like telling people that I'm related to Floyd Mayweather, because he brought up shit that didn't have, that was not affiliated with what goes on in the ring. He brought up family history and some of the trouble that Floyd got in and shit like that. And he tried to connect that to fights that he felt Floyd lost. He tried to throw all that shit in one ball. So that made it clear he clearly don't like Floyd. That's up to him if he doesn't like Floyd. I'll say that over and over again. That's his opinion if he don't like Floyd, but don't think I'm going to sit there and agree with him. Yeah, you're right. Floyd not that good of a fighter. I mean, you got to be a goddamn idiot to think that somebody going to bring that shit to me and I'm just going to be like, okay, you're right. If he would have said what he had to say and would have left it alone, I would have left it at that. I don't know. I have to give it some thoughts. I mean, but I will tell you, Spartan God, if I unblock him and he come back in there with that same shit again, I'll block him again. Top Dog, it says, does your steering wheel work with your PC? I have no idea, Top Dog, because my steering wheel was bought for the PlayStation. But I am very, very curious if it will work on the PC, because I really don't want to have to buy another. I don't want to have to buy another wheel. Because that's another thing. I'm looking forward to trying some racing games. I hope Oculus, and between Oculus and Steam, I'm hoping to find some racing games that I can't wait to try in VR. So not only do I hope that my racing wheel works with my PC, I'm hoping that my flight stick works. Because both my racing wheel and my flight stick was bought, from a PlayStation. Because the fact of the matter is, J-Dog, what's up? The fact of the matter is, I don't need this gaming PC, but I've been wanting one for a while. And just a minute, because I can't remember if it was Arian Drake or Adam Wilson. One of you guys were asking me what brought me to the decision about you actually don't care. I just wanted to say it out loud that you blocked him because he seems to think I did it. No, I mean, yeah, that block came from me, 100. You know, I think it was Arian. I think it was Arian Drake or Adam Wilson. One of those guys were asking me what brought me to the decision about buying a gaming PC. The fact of the matter is, I was going to buy a gaming PC about a year and a half ago. But, you know, for those who've been, you know, with my channel from day one, when I first started my my YouTube channel, I was actually laid off. I got laid off about 2 weeks before I started my YouTube channel. I was okay. I thought that was you, Arian. So yeah, I'm answering that question now. So actually, I've been wanting to buy a gaming PC for a couple of years now, and like I said, I was gonna I wanted to get one last summer, but something told me don't do it yet. Something told me to wait, you know, and I think my plan was to wait until I got my taxes back. And I think that's when I was going to buy a PC. J-Dog, I bought a CyberPower PC. I paid about $1,300 for it. It's a pre-built computer. I didn't buy it myself. I didn't build it myself. It's pre-built. You know, it's got a Ryzen 7 series CPU. It's got a GeForce RTX 2070 graphics card. It's got a 2 terabyte hard drive. 240 gig solid state drive. And so, hey, thanks, Arian. And to finish the story about what brought me to this point. So yeah, I've been wanting to get a gaming PC for a couple of years now. And like I said, I was getting ready to do it last summer, but something told me to wait, you know, and then something told me to wait until I got my taxes back. And so 2 weeks before I was coming up on my 10-year anniversary at the place that I was working at, and they laid 45 people off, and I was one of the people who got laid off. Now I still had some money tucked away, you know, because for situations like this. So I still could have bought a PC because when they laid me off, they still, you know, said they still gave me unemployment. And they still gave me a care package on the way out the door. You know, they still gave me about $6,000 on the way out the door. So I easily could have bought a PC then, but no, you know, you got to put your shit, you know, you got to get your priorities in order when you laid off. So what I ended up doing was taking that $6,000 and paid my rent up for like 9 months. You know, and then I already had some money tucked away. And I paid my cell phone bill up. I paid that up for like 6 months ahead. I paid my electric bill a couple of months ahead. I paid my insurance on my car like 2 or 3 months ahead. So I paid a lot of shit, you know, months ahead. So I wouldn't be sweating bullets, waking up every morning wondering what the fuck's going on. So so the only thing I had to worry about was eating food and putting gas in my car. You know, and I'm collecting the unemployment too. So the unemployment, you know, was definitely keeping me afloat. In fact, I was saving the unemployment money because I paid everything months ahead. The unemployment checks that I was getting, I was actually saving those. I was putting them back in the bank. And then, so yeah, because that was the biggest reason why I waited to get a gaming PC. And so I wanted to wait until I was in a situation where I felt pretty good about my situation. And, you know, this place where I'm working at now, you know, it's like, I really couldn't be happier. You know, I think I'm in a good spot. I'm really happy with the situation where I'm at. You know, this place that I'm working at, you know, I came in making $15 an hour as a temp, and you know, I got hired in after a couple of months, and I haven't even been there a full year yet, and I'm already making almost $18 an hour. So, I mean, I am really, really happy. This place has a long-term plan for me. They want me to become a CNC operator. where, I could be making like $24 an hour. And they said it's going to take a few years for me to get there, to learn how to program a CNC, machine. But that's the long-term plan they have for me. And it's just, everything is good. Life is good right now. I'm very, very happy right now. And so, and then I've been putting in overtime, working, 50, 56 hours a week. So those overtime checks have been looking pretty good, and then not to mention that, my child support got cut in half. So that's, another $200 a month they got freed up, so everything is just good right now. So, so I just filed my taxes, and after seeing how much money I'm going to get back from my taxes, I decided that I'll just go ahead and plug, I got a Best Buy card. So I was like, hell with it. Let's just go get it. Let's go get this PC. So I jumped up and got the PC, and then when I get my taxes back, then I'll just, pay the computer off, and that's going to be that. So the computer will be paid off in a couple of weeks. So short story long, Ari and Drake, I've been wanting to get a computer for a couple of years now, but me getting laid off, I had to put it on the back burner. You know what I mean? So, but everything's good now. Everything's good. Shit, I'm going to be looking at, I'm probably going to be looking at buying a house in a couple of years. We'll see what the market looks like, that kind of stuff. So I said, life is good right now. I'm really happy. So I'm getting all these toys out of the way, so when I do, get a house, everything will be out of the way. I think I think I got one more toy left that I want to buy. I actually have two more toys that I want to buy. I want to get one of those one of those LG OLED TVs. I heard the shit about the Black Crush, but I still want one anyway. Those TVs is like paper thin. And the TV that I want to get, 65 inches, like $2,800. I want to get one of those. And the other toy I want to get is, hey, Ari and Drake, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. The last toy I want to get, like right now, the car I got, I drive a 2006 Acura RL. A lot of power, 300 horsepower, all-wheel drive. I think it does 0 to 60 in like, 6 seconds, some shit like that. Fast car for a four-door car. Perfect combination of a sport and luxury. But I want that two-door car, so I've been looking around for a Mustang GT. When they first went to that retro body that they have right now, I think they started that retro body in like 2007. So, so I've been looking for about a 2008, 2009 car that's been stored winters, low miles and shit like that. Because I plan to buy one of those flat out, if I end up taking a loan for the car, it'd be a loan that I'd end up paying it back in a year or less. So those are my two last toys that I want to get before I start looking for a house, because I want to get all these toys out of the way before I get into a house. So as far as the gaming experience goes, I'm good. You know what I mean? Because that's a given that I'm going to get the PS5 when that comes out. The way things looking over on the Microsoft side, fuck them. I ain't got no plans on buying they shit. As far as this PC goes, I think this PC will keep me happy for a few years. So my gaming experience is complete. So now, as far as this PC itself goes, like, again, I haven't had a chance to play this thing because my son took the thing over. He absolutely loves this gaming PC. He already said it that he loves this PC. So you're going to go full pony? Alabama Jones, I had kind of considered myself 99% pony to begin with. Now but now, this gaming PC done kind of threw a kink in shit. You know what I mean? It kind of changed the flow. Like, here's why. See, my son he's playing Counter-Strike right now. It's a free-to-play game on Steam. And I'm looking at this game, and, the graphics is not jaw-dropping. The graphics look pretty good. It looks like some graphics you would see at the beginning when this generation first started. But what impresses me about this game is that the resolution, the picture is so sharp. On consoles, when you play a game on consoles, you get those shiny ass jaggies on the outside of the characters and that kind of shit. I don't see any of that on this PC. It's just the picture is just razor sharp. And I got this PC hooked up to my 4K TV. And I got a pretty good TV. He said, Alabama Jones, that Mustang going to complete the transformation. Oh, absolutely. So I have some, I have some power when I want to go out and do the thing, in 4 doors. And then, all right, Craig, one link coming up. Copy. Let's see. New leader of the Xbox community. Transmitting coordinates now. As per protocol, Sector 21 is open. You have the flight coordinates. We will see you, Mr. Harris, when you arrive at Wakanda. So yeah, but looking at this PC, like I said, this Counter-Strike, and this is a free-to-play game. The picture is just razor sharp. No jaggies, no shiny ass jaggies on the outside of the characters. The anti-aliasing or whatever that shit. They want to call that shit. It's none of it. It's just a crystal clear picture. So right now as we speak, Gears of War 4 is downloading on this computer. While my son's playing Counter-Strike in the meantime, and I'm actually curious to see what Gears of War 4 is going to look like on this PC. So now to come back to what you were saying, which Counter-Strike is it? Is it the BR mode? I think did you get a monitor? No, Thug Nasty, I didn't get a monitor yet. That's why I put the computer on my TV. It is a 4K 120 hertz HDR TV, HDR10. You see, my monitor is a 1080p monitor, and I think it's only a 60 hertz monitor. It is a AOC, just some cheap shit that I bought from Walmart for like $100. So right now I'm keeping the computer on the TV, but truth be told, Thug Nasty, I might end up leaving this computer on the TV because I need space for when I go pick up this Oculus today. The way my apartment is set up right now, if I bring the PC over to this monitor, even if I get a 4K monitor, based on where I have my computer desk set up, if I was to put the gaming computer over here, I wouldn't have room. Saris is great. What is up? So, I mean, I don't know. Based on what I have planned, it may not even be any sense to getting a 4K monitor, Thug Nasty. Looking at the TV, shit. I mean, that picture looks great. It's moving smooth. It's not choppy. It's not lagging. And like I said, I plan on and I'm supposed to be picking up that Oculus Rift today. So with that being said, I need room to play it. So with that being said, the computer's probably going to go ahead and stay on this TV and stay in the living room. But I'm telling you, like, my son is just having the time of his life on this PC. He absolutely loves it. Yeah, Top Dog, the Oculus is $350 right now. The PlayStation VR is also $350. That comes with the Move controllers. I mean, you can get it without the Move controllers for $300. But the PlayStation VR goes on sale so much that it's only a matter of time before it goes on sale again. And whenever it goes on sale, it's usually $100 off. That $350 bundle with the Move controllers usually goes down to $250. So with that being said, if you already got a PC and you want to get an Oculus, hey, more power to you. But if you I don't know, but if you want to save some money, I would wait until the PlayStation VR goes on sale. My guards have alerted me that there is a change in pressure within the dome, meaning we have a visit. Welcome to Wakanda, Mr. Harris.
All right, how's it going? How's it going? I could visit for about 30 or 40 minutes, and I got a funeral to go to at 1. But yeah, what's happening, man? Glad you got that PC out of the way. I like that plan you got for it. You just went in there and got it, and you're gonna pay it off with your income taxes. So yeah, I like that plan. More people should do that.
Mm-hmm. That was the plan last year, but once I got laid off from the job that I was working at, right, I was going to need that income tax money to further make sure everything is okay. Because as I was saying, I took the care package that I got from the job, as well as other monies that I had coming in, and paid everything months ahead. Paid rent, 8-9 months ahead, paid electric bill 3-4 months ahead, my phone bill 4 or 5 months ahead, all that kind of stuff. So actually, the only thing I had to worry about was just gas for my car and food. And so I was actually banking my unemployment money. I was actually putting that money back in the bank. And then once I got back to work, and I'm working, 56 hours a week, that, all the money that I spent making sure I was ahead of the game. Yeah. I replenished that money quick.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. So what do you think about it so far? Somebody, in the chat, Captain Thug Nasty asked, did you get a monitor with it, or was it just 1,300?
No, it was just the PC by itself.
Okay.
The PC doesn't even have a disk drive.
Yeah, that's the way mine is. You don't need them if you're going to use Steam or Epic, or you just go there. And I thought it would be difficult. You just go there and you click, you want the game, you hook up your account. It didn't ask you how you're going to pay for it. And you put your account in like you would with PSN or Xbox or something like that. I recommend you jump onto that Windows store and see if you can get Game Pass for like $1 and then try to play Forza 4 and just max out all the settings.
Ooh, that is interesting.
Yeah. Just because you can see if you can call Microsoft or whatever, talk to one of their ambassadors, and just try Game Pass. I mean, you can get like 3. I ain't like because Gears of War is on Game Pass. I was talking about Gears earlier.
Yeah, we're downloading that right now as we speak, because when I set the computer up, I actually use my son's profile as the default profile, because Gears of War 4. We bought it under, I bought the game under his account because I wanted to make sure if there was any issues with the share feature on the Xbox, I wanted to at least make sure he got his copy of the game. Yeah. As far as the graphics card goes, my computer has because I see a Top Dog, he said it has a 1070 right now. It is a GeForce, I think RTX 2070.
Oh, he's a 2070. So you got ray tracing. Then I recommend you get Metro. I was just listening to that on Digital Foundry, and they said it blows everything away, console-wise. But they said it looks really, really good. It looked really good. I played it 1440p with high settings just for a couple hours, and maybe about an hour because I got that thing to do this afternoon, and it looked phenomenal on that. Just what you're going to see is what I've noticed. Let me make that clear. Is the ability to the high graphical settings, because you can play in 1080p but have ultra graphics, and your graphics will just, like you said, that cleanness, that sharpness. That's something that you don't get on a console. That's just part of playing on console. It is what it is. I'm not running console gaming into the ground. It's just
it's a fact. I mean, because I'm sitting here looking at this Counter-Strike, and like I said, as far as the graphics goes, there's nothing jaw-dropping. But the picture is just so sharp. None of those shiny jaggies around the outside of the characters, anything like that you would see on a console. So it's so crystal clear.
Yeah, that on Assassin's Creed, I'm using the girl. I don't know if people know this. I didn't notice this on the Xbox or PlayStation. She actually has she has scars like over on her shoulders, and you can look at her back real close and see that she has that. She actually has you can see the veins and arteries running from her when she gets done fighting. Let me make this clear. She'll get done fighting. I'm sure this is for the guy too. But when she gets done fighting, if it goes to a cut scene, if she just got done fighting, you can see where she's breathing heavier, and you can see like the veins, because she's trying to catch her breath.
Oh, wow.
You can see that if you put it on like high settings, because Assassin's Creed Odyssey had like high, then it had very high, then it had ultra, and I just went to high because I didn't see a difference in high and very high. I'm sure it's there, but you can control the volumetric lighting. You can control the cloud structures, like the clouds in the sky. It has that much attention to the detail. That's what's blowing me away. Is just the the shadowing. It's just hard to explain.
Well, I mean, I like right now, I don't think that I'll see a game until this Gears of War gets done downloading in a couple of hours. Yeah. I think that's going to be the first game that I'll be able to see, like, how much of a difference am I going to notice between the PC and, say, the Xbox One X, And
the Xbox ran out at 4K 30, but I think the graphics setting was medium, which it's not bad. It's either medium or it may have been high. What you're going to notice is that you can tell your computer to run that thing at 100 frames a second. And you can do that.
This is all new to me. It's crazy. It's like the way PC people talk about how they can run shit at 120 frames per second or 100 frames per second or something like that. Now I finally stepped into that world. So it feels weird. You know what I mean? So with the Metro thing, were you able to get any kind of benchmark on how many frames per second you were able to run it?
I didn't ask it to benchmark it. I downloaded it, and it was a couple hours ago, give or take. I just wanted to kind of make sure it downloaded good, and I just kind of walked through. I killed a couple of those 4K rats. Granted, I killed them at 1440p in high settings, but I killed, just kind of seeing how the game was going to play. What I didn't know is that, I have a Samsung TV, and I had the picture in natural setting on the TV. So it didn't look as bright. And then I put it on standard, which gave me the HDR feed. And I literally dropped the controller. I dropped it. It looked so much different. And I was just like, wow. And I'm like, all right, maybe tomorrow I'll be able to come back in and play a little bit more.
But that's the other thing. I want to see like maybe a game like Metro if I decide to pick that game up.
Yeah. I'm lucky. The person that helped me with my PC, he has a Steam account, and he's sharing games. So, and I feel like a schlemiel. I haven't bought any Steam games yet because the Metro he already had bought, and Devil May Cry 5. This person's already bought that. So it's just
you know what? I guess I would have to, if I want to play Metro, I'd have to get it from the Epic Store.
Yeah, you have to go to Epic. Which they make it. I think Epic, did they have it for wasn't it $10 off?
Yeah, that's if you pre-ordered it.
Oh, okay.
Now that the game is out, I don't know what they're going to charge for it. But that's the other thing, that I absolutely am looking forward to seeing how much sharper the 4K is going to be with this computer and the HDR as well.
Well, I mean, it's going to be the way it should be. That's why I stay at 1440p because I don't want to see a ton of stuff in 4K. I played Forza. I played that on the monitor when I first was trying to learn how to, do the settings. And Forza on the monitor looks better than Xbox. And I'm running it at 1080. I was running that at 1080p. But I was running it at over 60 frames a second in high settings. Because shout out to Next Gen 720 because, like he said, resolution isn't graphics. you don't really understand that statement until you see something on PC.
Right.
They have a
You
lower
know,
resolution, but you got better graphics. It's hard to explain.
in this game right here, this Counter-Strike that my son is playing, you know, I would have been like, okay, it's just another first-person shooter, but
Yeah.
I'm looking at how smooth the game is running and just how sharp the picture is. I'm just like, I just can't believe how sharp the picture is. You know, Captain Thug Nasty said that Gears of War is going to, he said, you know, Gears of War 4 is going to blow my 4K TV up.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I have to get used to is that I'm so used to gaming on a bigger screen TV. If and when I go and get this, because I'm going to try to get my taxes done. I'm not getting a ton of money back, but you know, they were wanting to take. I went to H&R Block yesterday, and they were going to charge $120 to do it. I'm like, no, that's like 1/5 of my refund. That's what I said to her, 1/6. You know, I said, so no, I'm trying to get a 1440p monitor, but I need to get at least a 27-inch 1440p monitor. I mean, minimum. And those are hard to find. So, because I'm used to gaming on a bigger screen. That's one of the drawbacks on gaming on a PC.
Mm-hmm.
With a monitor. I'm sure there's another monitor out there, but yeah, and I may end up getting another GPU. Maybe, you know, maybe I may go ahead and get a Vega, step into the Vega range. I'm going to stay in the AMD family.
Okay.
So I don't know, but it's not like I'm getting some money back. But I'm just like, well, I may go to Jackson Hewitt. I may walk in there and see if they can do it cheaper because I'm like, I don't want to give 1/6 of my thing, which is not their fault. You know, it costs $59, at least in Kentucky where I live, it costs almost $60 to file each state and federal. So,
oh wow,
yeah. So they're looking at. I'm like, I can't give a discount for somebody who's coming back to you. And she said, no, not now. You know, I'm like, all right.
In my case, you know, my mother files my taxes. She's been filing. You know, she's been doing that tax shit. God damn, my mother been doing that tax shit for like 50 years. You know, way back when she would have to go, you know, to the post office and get these big, thick ass, you know, 1040 books and shit like that. You know, she been doing this shit for 50 years. You know, my mother doesn't know how to use a computer. So what she does is she still files taxes. People still bring the taxes to her.
Yeah.
So she'll still do it the old-fashioned way and write all the shit out in the books and stuff like that. And then she'll have my brother input the information into the TurboTax.
Yeah, with TurboTax this year, this is where they're charging. They're charging this year. It's no longer free. H&R Block software is free, but you have to have your AGI number from last year. I don't have mine. I can't because I did it electronically and I forgot to have her print it out. So I actually have to go to the IRS here in my city, make an appointment, go get my AGI number, then go ahead and let the person who did my taxes electronically, she did them, and then just say, here's my AGI number, and then let her just hit enter and let it go. Or I can go get my taxes done today and pay, you know, they let you take out, deduct part of your refund. So that's what I'm stuck at. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do though.
Well, in my case, you know, I'm paying my mother $75 for the whole WAP. You know, to file, file state, federal, and city taxes.
Yep.
So in my case, I'm not one of those people that, you know, there's like, I don't got any money, so I'm, you know, borrowing money against my tax returns or, you know, going to one of these places, these cash advance places or anything like that. You know, I got a significant amount of money tucked away. So I'm not in a hurry to get my taxes. So what will happen is my mother will file my federal through TurboTax, and then, you know, state and city, she just does it the old fashioned way and just mail it out.
Yep. I totally get that.
Yo, what's up, Ian? Uncompetitive, what's up? Robert Evans, what's going on? You know, glad you guys could make it. George Bush, what's going on?
George Bush was happening. Nah, it's but the first thing I noticed was there's things you're gonna have to get used to. I've got Origins because there's things on Origin like I think Sick was playing Sick Humor yesterday was playing Anthem. I think that was through Epic, because he got the early release. So so you may want to join, not Epic, I'm sorry, Origins. Was it Origins? Yeah, Origins. So I've got Origins and Steam. I don't have Epic.
So how much are you paying for Origins?
I think Origins is just I got the $4.99 monthly package because I got rid of Netflix. I'm like, because I've got, if you have Amazon Prime, you get Prime Video, which I didn't know.
Okay, so let me ask you this about Origins. Let's say I go ahead and sign up for Origins.
Yeah.
Whenever I decide that I want to cancel it, is it going to be a hassle to get out of it? Do they pull any of that Microsoft bullshit where they make you jump around from site to link to this to that?
No, you just go and and cancel it.
Can you carry that membership with you anywhere? Like, so could I take the Origins? Can I bounce back and forth between my PC and my Xbox with it?
Well, Xbox has EA access, but it's two total. I think it's
okay. So Origins must be for the PC then.
Yeah, Origins is for the PC, but yeah, there's let's see here. Yeah, you can get Anthem right now. Like right now, if you join Origins and got Premiere, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, join Premiere to get early access and unleash your power today. So you could play that today. Now they've got games under $20. That's why I got, shout out to which he got me all the Mass Effect library, but I'm gonna jump in and get the DLC. I'm also gonna add probably the Division. I'm really stuck on whether I'm gonna buy that on the console or on the what's happening to me. Let me explain this. Is that I'm really starting to prefer to play my multi-black games on the PC. That's what's starting to happen.
I think that's what's going to end up happening to me.
So
I mean, so look, I love Sony.
Oh yeah,
and I love my PlayStation Pro, but like this Metro, for instance, now that I got a device that's way more powerful than the X and the PlayStation Pro, why wouldn't I play the best version of it? Now I can join that group of people and say that I have the best version of a game now.
Yeah, do you have a 2070 Ti or do you have the 2070?
That I am not sure about. Give me a second I'll look it up.
So because I'm not for sure if it's got ray trace. Oh no, I guess it does. Yeah, I'm looking at it right here.
The CyberPower?
No, the RTX 2070. It's got ray tracing. So, I mean, according to this thing.
Okay, I'm just waiting for this thing to come up on my phone. It's taking a little bit longer because I have not tapped into my Wi-Fi because I got too many things going on right now. Anyway, with this computer, I'm on my regular PC and my son is on the gaming computer. And so I got too many things going on right now. Just let me go back.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I do believe it does. So congrats on that. It'll be a while before it's only $5.99. It says the Founders Edition is only $5. Hell, I could get that.
Okay, so it doesn't say TI. It says NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070. Yeah. So it doesn't say TI after it.
Okay. Well, now I'm just looking at it. It says ray tracing RTX 2070 versus RTX 2080. So yeah, there you go. It does have ray tracing.
I can truly know. Hey, I'm sorry. I really don't. I've heard of this ray tracing shit, but I really don't know what it is. So it sounds to me like this computer's going to have a good amount of features that I just don't know shit about.
Yeah. Well, they got a big thing here on ray tracing. On who he is. I'm like, well, when they show Battlefield, I guess it was Battlefield 1 running, they turned on.
Okay, now let me if I can interrupt you for a second.
Yeah. Because
I'm sure you know a little bit better about this shit than I do. Now, the processor, it has a AMD Ryzen 7 2700X processor. I mean,
Yep.
Is that a decent processor or is it trash? What?
No, it is comparable to the Intel i7. That's what it's competing against. The i7 8700K, and I think it goes for half the price. Let's go to benchmarks here. Yeah, they literally let's see here. It packs 8 cores and 16 threads, clock between 3.7 and 4.3 gigahertz. So, whereas the i7 8700K offers 2 less cores for a 6-core, 12-thread configuration. So, but I think the i7 may be fast. Yeah, the i7 clocks 0.4 gigahertz faster. So where AMD, this is why I tell people that AMD is killing Intel is with comparable performances. So I mean they both clock at, and they both start at 3.7, but I think the i7 looks like it goes to 4.7 gigahertz, whereas the 2700X has 4.3 gigahertz. And now it might overclock if you hook that up to an AMD GPU, but it doesn't say that. Let me make that clear. It does not say that. So,
so like right now in the beginning, I'm not really going to be messing with the settings that much. I mean, the only thing like that I might mess around with some of these games, it might be, the frame rates and the resolution.
Yeah.
But I probably won't go any further than that, messing around with the settings.
Yeah, it's it's looking pretty damn good. I mean, like the i7 at 720p, the average is 123 FPS. The Ryzen does 109. The Ryzen that you have there
does 109.
Yeah, so is there a huge difference in 10 frames? Maybe. I'm not here to say
hell. I mean, but what me playing the majority of my games at 30 frames per second on consoles is still a dramatic leap for me.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see a huge leap. You still can play at 30 FPS. You can still do that at 30 FPS. So but I do a lot of stuff if it allows me to do open frame or unlocked. I play a lot of games unlocked. I have no idea what it may do 71 and it'll drop down maybe to 58. But I just go unlocked. So, and because I like that. But yeah, man. I mean, compared to the i7, the 27. Yeah, I'm just looking at the benchmarks, and I'm looking here at it, and you get a little bit better performance out of the i7. Let's see here, but the average bench is 109%, and the average bench on the what you got is 100. So I mean, it's 9% based on I'm at CPUuserbenchmark.com.
Yeah, and see, in my case, with this being my first PC, not really knowing a whole lot, and playing the majority of my games at 30 frames per second. I mean, between those two processes that you're talking about, it's not like, it's not like, it's only going to be a couple of frames difference.
Yeah. And your Ryzen,
you wouldn't be able to see with the naked eye anyway.
Yeah. Your Ryzen has a faster multi-core, and it has a slightly faster. So they count anything under 10% at 10% and lower as slightly faster on this user benchmark. And this is what I was using to build my PC. So, and it's just like, well, all things, if you're just going to be at slightly faster and, slightly more efficient, when I'm seeing things like that, that's not a whole lot. And I'm looking at price. I'm looking at price, and the Ryzen is $300, $309, and the average price in the United States for the i7 87 is $360. So. But you got to pay the cost to be the boss. I understand that too.
and that's what I did, because when I was walking around Best Buy looking at some of these computers, I was seeing these computers that had 1060s in them, 1070s and stuff, and I didn't want to buy something and then get it home and then find out that it can't push the VR, that it wouldn't be able to push Oculus or Vive, and I didn't want to buy something that a month later I'm going to want to upgrade. So I went ahead and dropped that dough. I went ahead and paid the boss to be, paid the cost to be the boss.
Yeah.
So I think that I got something that I'm gonna be happy with for a couple of years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for a couple of years, you're future proof from. I say it's not like me. Like my GPU came out in 17. So starting this year, because the guy that helped me, he was like, he said, you're in a 2-year window, with your CPU, GPU. He said, so you want to replace on a 2-year bench, So it's like drafting you want to draft a quarterback every maybe 6 years, depending on how your quarterback's doing. But he just said for me, he said, just looking at it as a 2-year bench. He said, your 2 years is up this summer. He said, because your GPU came out in 17. He said, so he said the games are going to come out like this summer and this fall, PC wise, are going to start struggling on your PC. You'll be down to, I'll be at 1080p. I can still be at high settings. I may still be at 60, but I may struggle starting this summer. So I had to make an adjustment. So the next step for me personally is to get with like an AMD Vega. Let me type it in. 56.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, we got in the chat. We got Silent Assassin in the chat, and I'm supposed to be fighting him this evening on Creed. So definitely, you guys make sure you check that out. I'll have the audio set up. So hopefully, if he got a mouth and he can talk that talk, and we'll see if we can walk. If he can walk that walk. I had the audio set up so y'all can hear the trash talk, and hopefully we'll have another situation like me and Diver will have some serious trash talking going on. So make sure y'all check that out, this evening. I can't do it right now because we're still downloading that Gears of War, onto the PC, and that file is so big that it wouldn't be ready for a couple of hours. So Silent Assassin, I'm looking at maybe about 6 p.m. Eastern time. So if that works for you, let me know, and then we'll sign the contracts and we'll get in the ring.
Yeah, if you go to if you go to the AMD website, the 3 games it looks like and this is the way I'm learning about PC. The games that are marketed with the PC are the games that are the most, I guess, what's that word? They're going to be not efficient. I can't think of the name of the word. But like it has a Division Part 2, Devil May Cry 5, and Resident Evil 2. So those games to me are going to be better performing on an AMD build.
When does the Division 2 come out?
Sometime next month? Is it March something? But that's why that's the reason why I'm looking at that. And then
because I got that free. I got that free as part of my computer. So it is a free pre-order. So I just got to type in the code, and then when the game releases, I get it free.
Oh yeah, there you go. It says here it releases March 15th.
Because Silent Assassin, I saw that you sent me that friend request. I'll accept it here in a little while, and we'll get it in. Uncompetitive. You said stop punching your opponent when they try to get back up. It's unsportsmanlike, and you will be disqualified for that behavior in a professional fight. That would be true, but that is part uncompetitive. That is just part of the mental game to try to destroy them mentally. To let them know that when I knock them down, it's going to be more where that came from. Now I saw your comments uncompetitive when you were talking about me rabbit punching Diver, but you also got to understand that in a real boxing match, the way Diver kept spinning around and turning his back to me, a referee would have gave him a warning for turning his back like that. And if he would have kept doing it, he would have, start taking points away and would have eventually disqualified him. So Diver could have been disqualified just as quick as me for turning his back on me all the time. And I wasn't going to let him keep getting away with that shit because there was one time he turned his back on me and I waited for him, and he used that as a means to catch me off guard. So if he turned his back on me, I'm going to bust him in the back of his fucking head. So
it says protect yourselves at all times. If you start turning your back, they can start hitting you there. They'll warn, but you're right. They'll warn you. Don't turn your back. And then you're right after that, they'll start deducting points from you. So, or the opponent, I should say. But yeah, you can play early on March 12th, Lincoln, for the Division Part 2. I don't know if that has to do with your code But if you had to wait, but according to this, it says you can play 3 days early on March 12th. So.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I saw that trailer of that game, and I can't wait to see the inside of that White House in 4K. Makes what, 60 frames per second?
If you want it, sounds like you're above the board. You may be able to do higher than that. You know, you may be able to do 4K. You know, you may be you're gonna be you're fine. You can play in ultra settings based on what you got. So you're good. You're good for the next, for the future. Those 2060s are future proofing. So the 2060, 2070, and 20, is there a 2080? So I think NVIDIA's coming out with like a 14 one or something like that. Or
so I thought that's what the current new graphics card that was coming out was a 2080.
Yeah, well, that's Big Daddy. That's Big Daddy from Cincinnati.
Yeah, so don't get me wrong. I was like, I didn't see any of these pre-builts with 2080s in them. It was 2070 was the highest that I saw. So based on the prices, the difference that I saw with some of these computers is how many gigs of RAM some of them had. Like the CyberPower that I bought, they had another one that was a step above what I got that had 32 gigs of RAM for like another $200.
Yeah, now I'm looking at WCC Tech, and it says that gaming revenue down 45%. It says that the RTX 2070 sales are lower than expected. So I guess everybody's getting the 2080. The 2070s are lower. I guess everybody's just getting the 2080.
So you think places like Best Buy and stuff like that gonna be trying to unload these computers?
No. It's slow to adopt because it's not a need right now. Be like it's just you're future proofing. Like the guys that are future proofing, like you're future proof now. J-Dub City, he's future proof. He's saying you are ahead of the game. Whereas that like little guys like me, we're in the caboose. We're kind of right at the end of the rope. Mm-hmm. So because I'm at a 580. Shout out to KO P901. I got the 580. So which is fine. So that's why I'm looking to either get another CPU or get another GPU, whichever's cheaper. So, but I wouldn't mind getting either the 26 or 20 like that. Your CPU. I wouldn't mind getting something like that. So that's kind of what I'm looking at.
Okay. Guy Cole, what is up? Let me see here. Andrew Wilkins says AMD hardware isn't good for gaming. In my case, again, this is my first computer, and I think I did pretty good for my first computer. And and obviously because I've got it hooked up to my 4K TV, I don't plan on doing any kind of competitive gaming. I really don't even need this computer, but I just decided it was time. I wanted to get one. I decided that it was time to treat myself.
Facts. Yeah, and I don't disagree. It's okay to celebrate success. And with AMD is projected. Hell, you heard them. AMD is starting to eat into Intel's gaming. As far as what's being bought. And that's why I've always said to people, you got to go with a hot hand. And you're a baseball guy, you go with a hot hand, so, and yes, Intel stuff and the NVIDIA stuff benchmarks higher. But if you look at the division, you look at the division, and hell, if I buy this thing, I can get the division part 2 with the purchase of one of these things. I'm looking at Amazon. So, but that's kind of what you got to start looking at. Now,
hey, you know what? Let me say this real quick, Craig. Hey, whoever got that Fallout 76 code from me a while back, give it back. I want it back. I'm just kidding. But yeah, this is a good amount of third-party games that I'm looking forward to playing on this PC. Yeah. I just want to see the best version of it. You know what I mean?
You'll definitely see that now. That's all I can say.
That computer is, air cooled. It's got 4 fans in there. And 3 of those fans light up. Got some pretty lights around the outside of the fans. But I don't know. I think my son was playing that computer last night for about 4 hours, and I put my hand on top of the vent, and it was still blowing out cool air. It wasn't, not even close to being warm.
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, your AMD Ryzen, it's $308. That the one that your CPU, what you got?
Okay.
I think if I'm looking at 2700X. So I'm looking at Amazon.
Okay.
So yeah, and so it's so I'm not for sure. I'm gonna get another thread of memory too. So damn, they got a thread ripper in here for
Geico was asking me what the specs on my computer was. It's real quick. Geico has got a AMD Ryzen 7 series. I guess it's a 2700X processor or something like that. It's got an NVIDIA GeForce 2070 graphics card, 2 terabyte hard drive, and a 240 gig solid state drive. It's got 16 gigs of RAM. So, and I paid $1,300 for it. So I think I did pretty good.
Oh, you did excellent. I mean, you're future proof. That's what you paid for. Is future proof, because I'm sure you saw some stuff in there that was what, $999.
Oh yeah, I mean, I even saw computers that was like $600. When I looked at it, it had like a 1060 in it, and I'm like, I already know that I don't have to know about computers to probably know that the processor in there is going to be a bunch of bullshit. So I wanted to make sure that I had more than enough power for what I wanted to do.
Right. Now I understand. Now, I'm looking at I'm trying to find the processor that I bought. Oh, here it is. I gotta yeah, because see, I can get the frequency. Yeah, that's a 3.6 on that one. That's where I'm at. I've got 6 cores and 12 threads. A CPU.
Okay.
3.6 gigahertz precision boost, and because I have an AMD graphics card, it automatically overclocks. But
okay, and I assume your CPU is a Ryzen CPU.
Oh yeah, 1600. Yes, sir. I got the Ryzen 5 1600. It's got the Wraith Spire cooler. Now your cooler is lit up. Yeah. So I'm looking at the. Here's another one. There's the 2700, and then there's a 2700X. I believe the X allows you to overclock. I think that's what the X means. I could be wrong.
Okay, and the X is what I have.
Yeah, and the X is the one I'm looking at is 8 cores, 16 is 4.1. It's on 12, and I may buy this one. I may buy this one, but then I would have to go back into the shop and have the CPU redone. And that guy, unfortunately, he's a businessman. Or as he likes to say, businessman. So they may charge me another $100 to put the CPU on, which is fine. So whatever my CPU is, I got to add another 100 to it. But yeah, I'm just looking at it. I mean, I'm just in the market between the 2600 and then with the stealth cooler. And I do want to put some LED lighting into my computer.
Yeah, I absolutely love those lights. And the computer came with a remote for those lights. I can change it to like 15 different colors. I can set it to auto so it can, display certain patterns, or I can turn the lights off altogether. The mouse glows, the mouse changes colors, and the keyboard, just the Cyber Power logo lights up. Yeah. But hey, I'm thinking about, customizing it. So I'm thinking about going and get a keyboard that lights up completely, changes colors and all that good stuff. Because my son hinted at that he wanted me to get a keyboard that matches those lights inside the computer. Yeah,
cool. Well, I found the one I'm going to buy. I'm going to get the 2600 because PC Game, he just said the mighty 2600 is the perfect AMD gaming CPU for the casual overclocker. That's me. I'm the casual overclocker. But nah, man, congrats on getting that one. I certainly many moons on gaming. You'll just have to kind of go in and for me, the game that helped me the most was Assassin's Creed Odyssey, because it breaks everything down into what it's going to do on your screen. So, you know, and that's what I needed to see because I'm like, what is the difference in high settings and very high settings and ultra? And then they have a new setting called extreme, you know? So I'm just, you know, and so when I'm looking at it, I'm like, all right, the shadows, I put my shadows in medium on Assassin's Creed Odyssey because you're in motion. When you're in motion, your shadow isn't going to be sharp anyway. I mean, that's the way we see things. I put the draw distances in medium. Why? Because things from a distance are blurry anyway. If you put it on high or ultra, it just makes it cleaner. I'm like, well, that's not the way we see, the way humans see anyway. And again, because I'm taking steps, I'm bringing the count down on what I'm doing. I'm picking up more FPS. It then dedicates that to FPS. So
that's sweet.
Yeah.
Another thing that I'm planning on doing with this PC is eventually, you know, I might do it in the next week or two, because I don't like dropping a whole bunch of money at once because you know, that computer, you know, cost me about $1,600 out the door because I put a 2-year warranty on that computer, you know, because the warranty was another $220. But Best Buy does have good warranties. You know, I've never gotten that hassle out of Best Buy. If I ever had a problem with something and it fell within the warranty, they took care of it with no hassle.
Well, I think your parts, yeah, you went ahead and did it. But I think and this is for anybody else. If you register your parts with the company, they automatically warranty them. I mean, they might not, but I thought that it's like with Best Buy. If you buy a Samsung TV, I know that your warranty through Samsung is 1 year automatically.
Sick just popped in here asking me what's in the computer. Real quick before I tell you, Sick, what's in the computer, I did want to say another thing that I'm looking forward to doing is getting a capture card so I can do some PC streaming, you know, on my YouTube channel, because I definitely want to do some PC streaming. I'm looking forward to joining Sick, Ian, you know, Carlos, you know, Big Cloud. I'm looking forward to joining all you guys on the PC now that I officially stepped into this world. Sick, as far as what my computer has, it has a 2 terabyte hard drive. It has a 240 gig solid state drive. It has a Ryzen 7 series 2700X processor. It has a NVIDIA GeForce 2070 graphics card, and this got 16 gigs of RAM, and I paid $1,300 for it.
Yeah, I love it. I love how Ryzen, how AMD is just kicking ass and taking names. So, but nah, yeah, well, I've got OBS now. I have no idea how to use it, so I need a tutorial. Somebody can put something up. I'm like looking at this thing, like, what am I? It's on my screen. It didn't do nothing. I
would probably say, you know, as far as that OBS, the 2 people you want to talk to is Sick and Xbox Video.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's sitting here on my, on my screen, and it's just here. I mean, it doesn't do nothing. I mean, just I'm clicking it now, and at the very bottom of it, it says, and I missed my first Twitch stream yesterday. Gosh, dog it. I was trying to run around and get my taxes done. But yeah,
Andrew Wilkins, no, I believe that solid state drive is 240 gigs. Let me double check.
Well, no, it does. It's. I guess it's working. It says the audio.
That's 240 gigs solid state drive. I'm looking at that. So no, not 240 megabytes. That's 240 gigs. Because when I went to go start the download for the Gears of War 4, it was asking me where did I want to put it? Did I want to put it on the on the SATA drive, or did I want to put it on the solid state drive?
Yeah, there you go. Well, I'm gonna jump on off here. I got to get dressed and roll over to this church. Funeral starts at 1. So, yeah. So it says the PS4 Pro can stream PSVR so well. Yeah, that's true too. But yeah, it's but yeah, I'm gonna jump on off here. But yeah, Crackdown, like I was just telling Chris Hart, yeah, it's disappointing. I'll just leave it at that. It's disappointing, and I did see, shout out to Porter Rock, the king of common sense. He said something online, maybe that the people shouldn't have bragged about the game before it came out. I'm like, yeah, these dudes that talk this cash shit are getting everything they deserve. But I'm not gonna drag it because it is what it is. So it is what it is. But yeah, good luck with that PC, and yeah, this keep us in the loop. And yeah, once you download your Division Part 2, let me know, and yeah, we can try to link up and maybe grab Sick and Ian or somebody to play some of the Division. So just let me know.
Without a doubt, I'm definitely looking forward to the Division 2 when it comes out. Get my free copy of that. See what that White House looks like in 4K 60. I definitely can't wait for that. Also, I also want to thank you for coming by. As always, you always have an open door policy at Wakanda.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it. So yeah, I'll have the guards start to show me out. They're gonna have to blindfold me. So yeah, but all right then, bro. Yeah, good luck with that. And yeah, once you start going in and fooling with the, you have your own benchmarks that you can always play your game at, and then you can go into custom settings because you may say, well, I don't need my shadows to be set at ultra. Let me turn them down to high, or that's something that that's the cool thing about gaming on a PC is that you control all that. Now you got to get used to the new words like anti-aliasing and tessellation and all that stuff, and learn what that does for your game because it may affect the game differently. I don't know, but so yeah. But I will talk to you later, brother. I got to jump on off here and get ready.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same. I'm just stretching out on the couch watching my son play Counter-Strike. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm just waiting for this Gears of War 4 download to finish because I wanted to see what this looks like on the PC. So I'm really looking forward to that. So with that being said, I'm going to get ready to head on out of here myself. Now I enjoy this PC, play with this new toy. And I just want to remind everybody that Silent Assassin, I will be fighting him this evening at 6 p.m. Eastern, so make sure you tune in to check that out. With that being said, I want to thank everybody for coming. And the guards will see you all back to your ships and give you care packages on the way out. Give it a like. And with that being said, I'm on out of here. I will holler at y'all. Thanks for visiting Wakanda, everybody. Catch y'all later.